What's going on, peoples? Alrighty, so I did a video day yesterday, but there was something that came up that I was like, wow, I should have caught a video of that while I was up there packing up for Hurricane Hermine that just recently came through Florida. So I'm sorry, yeah, I just not woke. Well, yeah, I woke up not too long ago, but anyway, we're gonna survive this, okay? So right now, you can't really see that well behind me, but we have the after effects of hurricane or tropical storm Hermine. It was a TS and then turned into Category 1, and then as soon as it hit land, turned into TS, and it seemed, I think they're saying it's trying to build back up to a Category 1. Alright, but anyway, to the reason why I'm doing this vlog. Well, it's a video, but I'm lazy right now because I did the videos yesterday. Alright, so I wanted to talk about something that a lot of people were not actually prepared for, which is actually being ready for a hurricane. Not necessarily, it doesn't have to be a hurricane. Like a friend of mine who lives in Atlanta, and if everybody knows as far as the story with I-75 a couple of years ago, a lot of people, hundreds of people, was stuck on the highway overnight. Like, she was on that highway, I think, for 19 hours. Yeah, all the tires were froze to the ground. Nobody was moving anywhere. Traffic was just that bad. And she got stuck. She had nothing with her as far as food, blanket, or anything to keep warm. So, a lot of people really are not prepared for what they call for natural disasters. And I really thought about it when I packed up everything, got everything ready for us. Like, wow, I'm sorry. The lighting is horrible right now. But I was like, wow, I'm sorry. Like, I need to do a video about that. And of course, I would do that after I packed all our stuff up. And so I won't be able to actually show you. I can show you pictures of what we got. But everything's already packed up and all. I mean, like, over here, see that right there? That's my dog's blankets, their leashes, and everything else right there. So all I got to do is grab that whole entire thing. That's everything for my dogs right there. Now, everyone's looking like, oh, my. I mean, is there an apocalypse coming? Well, you know what? You never know. If a zombie apocalypse happens as well, I'll be ready. I know. Everybody knows me about the zombie stuff, but, hey. But I wrote down everything. I actually created a list. I know it looks like a lot, but really it's not. Because once you pack everything, you're going to be like, wow, like, I got room. Like, how many people were not prepared? In fact, how many people took it lightly and realized, wow, we shouldn't have slept on that, y'all. We could have died. People have died, or people were dying. It was complete chaos. I have 8 categories. Yes, 8. I know. Now, does this require to everybody? No. I'm in Florida. If you're in Idaho, your supplies are a lot different from mine, okay? But this just to give me an idea. So my 8 categories are food, safety, tools, medical, miscellaneous, personal, vehicle, and pet. So let's start off with the easy one, vehicle. Make sure your gas tank is full. Check your fluids as far as your antifreeze, your liquid, what was it? The windshield wipers, your oil, transmission. Check on your fluids. See how you're doing. Make sure your registration is in your car, because if you pull up into a shelter, sometimes they want registration. Make sure you check your tire pressures. Oh my gosh, you know how many people drive on a regular, every day, no disasters whatsoever, and their tire pressures are at a dangerous level where they can have a blowout? You got a spare tire. A lot of cars now are not coming with spare tires, or people do not have their spare tire. Or if you're anything like my friend who recently had a flat, she goes like, oh, I have a spare tire, we go in the back. She haven't used that spare tire since she bought the car about over 10 years ago. That tire was rotted out. Going over into the personal, the next easy section. You want to have all your hygiene products. You want your deodorant, your feminine products if you're a female. No items I'm mentioning in this video are sponsored. These are items that I found to be helpful. Mouthwash and mustard mixed together. Just the smell and the texture in your mouth. That'll do the trick. Alright, you always want to make sure you have a bag full of warm, cold, or wet conditioned clothes. Wet as in rain gear. Cold, make sure you got a sweatsuit and a jacket. Warm, make sure you got something that you can cool off in that's breathable, but you're not walking around naked, okay? You also want to make sure you got some type of boots. Yes, here in Florida, we have a thing called water moccasins, leeches, and all that other good stuff, okay? You want some boots. You might want to have glossers or the working boots. You want to have boots. We have a lot of ditches. We got a lot of water. I'm sorry, I got to switch hands. My hand got tired. When it comes down to being in a disaster zone, you need something to protect your feet, because if your foot is hurt, are you getting in anywhere? Come on now. How many times we out there yelling at a horror movie like, get up, get up. Okay, you're not going anywhere if your feet is messed up. Type of tennis shoes or working shoes. Also, you want to have some type of shower shoes. That's where your flip-flops are going to come in. Yes, us Floridians, we have our flip-flops. Because you end up being at a hotel, not necessarily well taken care of, or if you are at a shelter and you got to take the group showers like at a gym or something like that. Foot fungus. There's a such thing as foot fungus, okay? Wear your shower shoes. That protects your feet, okay? You just never know where you're going, especially if you got to be at the campgrounds. Look, I go camping. I do the tent and everything, okay? I wear shower shoes. I don't give a... They could have just cleaned the whole shower area. I'm wearing shower shoes, period. Fleece blankets keep you warm, and you don't need a whole lot. Now, next section is going to be the miscellaneous, the next easy section. You want to have all your important documents, your passports, your marriage certificates, your birth certificates, social security cards. I already said passports. Insurance policies, your memory card storage. Yes, you want to have all of that, all in like just in one little lockbox if you got a lockbox. Okay. I mean, if you don't have a lockbox, then you can use a simple Ziploc bag, but just make sure you got that in some type of lock and key. So that means your glove box, make sure your car is always locked up. You have all your IDs, because if you got to go to a shelter, oh yes, they want to know who they dealing with. You always want to make sure you got your cameras as well, because you want to take pictures of your property. That means your house, inside and out. Insurance companies, they say you're covered, but if you don't tell them what was in there to be covered, then they're not covering anything. I have a list of all my family members who live within the state. So if I had to go north, south, east, west, whatever the case may be, at least I got someone I can call to say, hey, are you okay? Hey, okay, can I crash at your place? Patient allergy list. Now this, everybody should be carrying in their wallet regardless. Anyway, easy section, safety. All right, when it comes to safety, I always have a hand radio. So, you know, if the car's not the safe energy on the car battery and gas and everything, have a hand radio where you can listen to the radio and sit here and listen and see, like, okay, what's going on? Is there a tornado watch? Because, I mean, you know, granted, it could be a hurricane here, but if the winds is crazy enough, guess what? A tornado can form, too. So, insect repellent. Right now, we got Zika virus here in Florida. Yay! So, with that being said, with the Zika virus, you want to make sure you got your insect repellent, because it got the mosquitoes. Mosquitoes harbor all types of problems, okay? Also, you don't want... you're already going through enough. You don't need to be dealing with bugs. All right, another thing is fire extinguisher. Okay, a fire extinguisher. A lot of people don't know there are different fire extinguishers for different purposes. Like there's the grease fire, there's the chemical fire, there's electrical fires. Like there are so many different fires that you have to use a different extinguisher. So I always make sure get the ABC. ABC is like ABC 1, 2, 3. It can go across the board. So if you're not sure if you got the right extinguisher, at least you got something. Okay, an ABC extinguisher will help. A whistle. Now the whistle, if you're trapped, that comes in handy, because if you blow in the whistle, people can find you. Signal flares. Yes, if you're in the dark, signal flares help. Especially if you're on the back roads or in the dark and you're broke down, whatever case may be. Signal flares do help a lot. Walkie-talkies come in handy because the cell phone's not working. At least if you got a shorthand radio, which is the walkie-talkies, two-way, and you know you can at least have that kind of communication. Because I mean, if cell phone towers are down, so there's no landlines, power outage all across, whatever case may be. At least the walkie-talkie, you can say, "Hey, bleep bleep, where you at? Bleep bleep, I'm around the corner. Bleep bleep, 2 minutes, be here, food's almost ready." You know what I mean? Yes, I say bleep bleep. I didn't have Nextel, my sister did, but yes, bleep bleep. It comes down to the safety, because in the world we live in now, we got some crazies, okay? You may need to have a weapon on you, and when I say a weapon, there's lethal versus non-lethal. If you believe in the Second Amendment, that's your opinion. I'll leave it to that. I know. But anyway, because I'm fabulous and everything else, let's go ahead and get this show going. Okay, leg up. So today's video is all about, as the title says,